So these are the afternoon teas I've experienced so far, but I actually wanted to experience afternoon tea at my home. So why would you want to have it at your home? Well, for one, you may want to have afternoon tea, but you can't be bothered to go out physically anywhere to experience it. Two, you may be having a kind of tea party, but you don't want to spend all that time cutting out sandwiches. And three, you may not be able to physically actually leave your home, but you still want to experience the afternoon tea. So, what is it like having it at home? This is the box that the afternoon tea came into. It's quite a big box, but I suppose the plus side is you can recycle this box, so there's no real issues there. You'll see in a minute how small the afternoon tea actually is. So here's the afternoon tea in all its glory. Remember, this is actually for one person. I haven't included here the tea bags that you get as well. But again, all this packaging can also be recycled. Here is the menu. I went for the vegetarian option. So here is the savoury side of the afternoon tea. So you got the sandwiches there, the quiche and the vegetarian sausage rolls. And here are the cakes. So you got brownies there, lemon cake, carrot cake, and scone. Just the one scone. But with that, you also came the jam and the cream. These are the tea bags that came with the afternoon tea. So you get what's that? One, two, three, six tea bags there. So I went for the Earl Grey because I do like an Earl Grey, even though I don't actually drink tea that often. So here's me brewing my Earl Grey, and then here's me trying to drink it before it's cooled down enough without burning myself. But it was a good cup of tea. Okay, so let's taste these savouries. That's my plate there. First up was I think that's the chickpea hummus and grilled vegetables and classic white, which was it was actually quite nice. What one thing I will say though, what I noticed with the white bread sandwiches, they were a tiny little bit stale, little bit. I actually had this tea the day after. They recommend to have it on the day, but they said the day after should be okay as well. This is I think that's the cream cheese with cucumber and rye, which was nice. Yeah. And then, what is this? Is that the rye one? I'm not even sure now. Oh, that might be the cheddar and red onion, or the one before was the rye. I can't remember. But in general, the sandwiches were all really nice. This is me eating the free range egg mayonnaise with mustard cress on classic white, which is an absolute classic sandwich for afternoon tea. And it was fine. I had two of these. Um, what's up next? What's up next? Okay, this is the quiche. So this is the blue Stilton and broccoli quiche, which was nice. It was very, very cheesy, but I think blue Stilton is quite cheesy anyway. They do recommend you can warm these up along with the sausage rolls and the scone, but I didn't bother. But I did make sure everything came to room temperature. So that's the vegan sausage rolls, which were nice. Nice pastry as well. Now we have the sweets, the cakes. What do I try first? That is the zesty lemon drizzle, and it was really nice. It was really zesty, what a lemon drizzle cake should be like. Then I think it's the carrot cake, carrot and walnut. Now I'm not a massive fan of walnuts. When I make carrot cake, I don't put any nuts in it at all. But it was surprisingly really nice, and it had a light cream cheese frosting, and then the indulgent chocolate brownie, which was okay. Probably wasn't my favorite cake. I've had better brownies. And then also we have the scone with Cornish clotted cream and Tiptree strawberry jam, which was really nice. I would have liked two though. I know the box is only for one, but two scones. There should have been two, one plain and one fruit. So, my conclusions. I really liked everything that I ate in this afternoon tea. As I've said before, it's for one person, so this was quite a lot for one person. I did end up sharing it, and I think the sandwiches are probably enough for one person, but I think the cake, probably a little bit too much for one person. Um, the scones, I would have liked two. I know it's only for one person, but I think scones is such an important part of afternoon tea. I would rather have had two scones and had less of the other cakes. But apart from that, I really enjoyed it. Obviously, as I mentioned, a couple of the sandwiches are just a tiny little bit stale, but it does say it is recommended to eat the afternoon tea on the day that you receive it. And we had it the day after, so maybe that's why. So maybe if I had it on the same day, I want to get that sort of slight hardness on some of the sandwiches. Is it worth £35? I mean, that does include delivery, so there's no delivery on top of that. Probably, I think so. I mean, I was kind of going back and forth in my head whether it is, but I think for the amount you get, I think it is. You do have the option of having like a bottle of Prosecco. I don't think it's a full bottle, but it's probably like a mini-sized bottle of Prosecco with it. So with that, it goes into the £40 plus. But yeah, it was really nice. I would recommend it. I would recommend trying it. There are some other afternoon teas that you can get delivered. I know Sketch, because Sketch is an afternoon tea that I want to do in the future, like physically go to Sketch. But they do their own afternoon tea, and I've seen it on other people's channels, and it looks really, really good. But I know it ain't no £35, but that's probably another one that I'm gonna try as well. So let me know in the comments, would you have afternoon tea at home? Do you think it's worth it? Let's have a chat. Until next time, cake lovers.